What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another week of the New Era Prep Show. I'm your host, Christian Prosher. Welcome to the Bleacher Brothers Sports Network, everybody. Appreciate everybody for tuning in once again. We've got another banger episode inbound. I don't know if you guys saw my Twitter over the past couple minutes, but I got Lottie in the room. She's laying on the floor. She's sleeping. She's ready for a good episode. She's listening. I heard that the New Era Prep Show helps doggies sleep and help them dream. So she had a long day at work today, so I'm letting her chill out with me today. But we've got another banger episode on our hands. Like I said, we've got the high school recap. You know the deal. We're gonna talk that. We're gonna talk about a little bit of our high school alumni that are now making waves in NCAA football, not NCAA 25. I just got off the game a couple minutes ago. But we're going to talk about a couple of our alumni that have been making some waves on the college scene now. And then finally, we are going to talk with the one and only Mr. Joe Sykes, linebacker from Palm Beach Gardens High. Like I said, it's going to be a great episode. I hope you guys are ready because I'm extremely ready. So without further ado, let's get into it. 1 second. My Max Preps isn't working because God forbid Max Preps ever works. All right, let's get it started. The only game, or hang on, what in the world is Max Preps doing? There we go. I didn't need to see Orlando games. There we go. Thursday slate in Palm Beach County, we had Inlet Grove defeating Jupiter Christian 36-12 dominant win for Inlet Grove. Glade Central defeating the Kings Academy 17-14. Big rushing performance from Glade Central in way to a 17-14 victory. Both TKA scores came from Matthew McPherson. Forest Hill defeated Suncoast 37-14 on senior night. Dillard defeated Boynton Beach 23-0. Dr. Garcia High defeated Northeast 35-14. 2-touchdown performance from Zion Vilma. Big day from him. Loved what I saw out of him. Somerset Academy Key defeated St. John Paul 35-18. And St. Edward's defeated Tradition Prep 29-12. Friday night, Berean Christian defeated Boca Christian defeated Berean 41-6. Park Vista defeated John I. Leonard 45-0. Palm Beach Central defeated Wellington in the Welly Cup 50-6. Santa Lucia's defeated Lake Worth 77-0. Atlantic beat Benjamin 21-14. 2 touchdown performance from FAU commit Teddy Hoffman. Jump ball touchdown from Benjamin's Preston Douglas, getting them on the board. Phoenix Dongia with the touchdown as well. Royal Palm defeated Seminole Ridge 21-14. West Boca defeated Palm Beach Gardens 48-0. Jupiter defeated Palm Beach Lakes 46-0. Big performance I want to talk about is we had a big man touchdown from Mr. Joe DeSantis for Jupiter. Big rushing performance from one of the big guys up front. I love me a big man touchdown. I love me a thick six. So I really wanted to talk about this. I've been smiling since I found out. Boca High defeated Spanish River 27-12. Jensen Beach defeated Okeechobee 40-0. Fort Pierce Central defeated Centennial 34-7. Heritage defeated Martin County 35-7. St. Andrews defeated Somerset 30-14. 3 touchdown performance from Notre Dame commit Mr. Dylan Faison. And you wouldn't believe how he got them because none of them were receiving touchdowns. He had a punt return touchdown, a kick return touchdown, and a pick six. Big performance from the 3-star Notre Dame commit. Love what I saw out of him. Sebastian River defeated Port St. Lucie 40-14. Excuse me. Glades Day defeated Gateway Charter 48-12. Vero Beach defeated the Treasure Coast 34-7. John Carroll defeated Marathon 42-20. Fort Pierce Westwood defeated South Fork 24-14. Oxbridge defeated Olympic Heights 41-0. And Bishop Vero defeated Clewiston 56-7. Final score not reported was Zephyr Hills Christian versus Pahokee. As of right now, we have no clue what happened at the end of that game. Nobody was there. So I've got nothing for you guys on that one. Taking our trip down south, Homestead defeated Miami Edison 27-12. Miami Country Day defeated Canterbury 23-14. Monarch defeated Piper 22-20. Real good game, supposedly. South Day defeated Coral Gables 38-0. Columbus defeated Archbishop Carroll 35-6. Doral defeated Southwest 55-14. Miami Norland defeated Plantation 37-20. True Prep Academy defeated Westminster Academy 34-7. That was Thursday games. Now we're going to Friday. Gulliver defeated Nova Southeastern 34-17. Western defeated Deerfield 36-0. North Broward Prep defeated Pinecrest 21-7. John Carroll defeated Marathon 42-20, like I said earlier. Blanche Ely defeated Coconut Creek 31-14. De La Salle defeated Mater Academy 34-14. Cypress Bay defeated Cooper City 46-33. In the big game of the week, Heritage Plantation defeated St. Thomas Aquinas 42-38. Miami Central defeated Somerset Academy 41-7. West Broward defeated Dr. Crop 48-7. Archbishop McCarthy defeated Calvary Christian 31-28. The Non-Boys defeated Cardinal Gibbons 62-17. And Stoneman Douglas, and Coral Springs Charter defeated Stoneman Douglas 26-6. Finally, last one I want to talk about. Miami Northwestern defeated St. Brendan 57-7. That's all of the final scores around the Quad County area, 561, Treasure Coast, Broward County, and the 305 Miami-Dade. But there are some other things I do want to talk about. Um, Big recruiting weekend down in our area. Big recruiting weekend. Lot of Palm Beach County's hometown heroes were in attendance on different college games this weekend. So basically, I don't know if y'all heard by now, everybody and their mom was at the Canes game. Everybody was at FSU Miami, rightfully so. What a game. That game was awesome. It was basically a who's who of elite talent. There was over 130 high school recruits, a lot of which hailing from the greater South Florida area. Got the opportunity to catch up with a bunch of the South Florida guys. Four-star Damari Jerry from Somerset Canyons, when asked about his visit to Miami, said, "The game day visit is definitely playing a big part in my recruitment process because it's showing me how much Miami wants me. They're always finding a way to get me down there, which has allowed me to build a bond with their staff." So I really like Damari Jerry, four-star safety in the class of 2027. Hard-hitting guy, has great field vision. Really like how Damari plays. I think that Damari would be a valuable asset to Miami's squad, and he recognizes that Miami is very good at cultivating defensive back talent. When I asked him, "Is Miami a top option?" he said, "I know it's very early in my recruitment process, but Miami is a school that is definitely up there for sure. Their track record of producing elite defensive backs is something that stands out to me and my loved ones. As somebody that's looking to try to get to the league, why wouldn't you go with DBU? I really think that Miami would be a very good fit for Damari." Another game day visit on the defensive side of the ball, Mr. Adam Balloon Ali from Benjamin, four-star linebacker, class of 2026, was in attendance. If you close your eyes right now and you're like, "Hey, what's my favorite college?" Adam has an offer from them, holding almost 30 offers. When asked about his experience in Miami, he said, "It just let me know that Miami is the top dog in the state, and my perspective on them has definitely expanded. They're definitely a team that comes up when thinking about my recruitment." Um, other other things that he did note during the interview was basically I asked him about the success of both Kiko Malinoa and Wesley Basaint throughout this season and how he thinks that he could play into this defensive scheme if he was there right now. And he said, "Yes, sir, of course. I believe I could play in any type of scheme, and my versatility proves that. Seeing their successes is a reflection on Coach Derek Nicholson, who I'm closest with within the program." So it's good to see that Adams already got connections in the building. Could be a very big pickup for Miami. The third Canes recruit I got to speak with after the game. There we go. That's the words I was trying to use. Is four-star running back Javian Mallory from West Boca. Um, Javian, one of the top running back recruits in the country, has just like Adam. If you thought of your favorite school, Javian's got an offer from him, holding over 40 offers already. Javian, when asked about how he enjoyed the visit, basically said, "The atmosphere was amazing. The fans were loud. The band was doing their thing. Shout out to the band. And Miami's dominant performance put it all together. I don't really think it affected my recruiting process as a whole, but what it did do was reassure me on why Miami is one of my top schools right now." Miami definitely showed out with their running back room on Saturday, 250 yards on the ground between Damian Martinez, Mark Fletcher, AJ Allen, Jordan Lyle, whole lot of dogs in that running back room, but primarily headlined by an almost 150-yard, two-touchdown performance from Damian Martinez. When I talked to Javian a little bit about those guys and how their success is really playing into his recruitment process, Javian said, "Seeing Damian and Mark dominating this season has been absolutely wonderful. Obviously, Miami is the best quarterback in college football." Completely agree, Javian. So for them to be so dominant in the run game is huge. It starts with the big guys up front. The offensive line has been playing very well throughout the season. All of this has definitely been taken into consideration. Something that I was not expecting to get out of Javian was him revealing that um, him, his loved ones, his coaches, so basically everybody in his inner circle have already started to whittle down his recruitment process into a top 10 programs. So he gave me a little bit of inside information saying, after careful consideration with my family, coaches, and other close supporters, I've narrowed my recruitment process down to 8 to 10 schools right now. Those programs know who they are. However, we have decided it's best to keep this announcement internal for now. I could be possibly committed before spring ball, so stay tuned. That's a bombshell in itself. Four-star running back Javian Mallory. Where's he going to go? Here's my prediction on this. If you look at the AP Top 25 poll and you look at every team that's projected to be in the 12-team playoff, he's probably going to go to one of those schools. Like, he's got offers from basically all of SEC, ACC, and Big Ten country. One of the big headliners to me, Michigan State, Ohio State. Supposedly they've been very active in his recruitment process. Michigan has sent people down as far as recruiting analysts and stuff like that to really cover Javian. So I definitely think that Michigan is trying to send the big house, both on the field, but also with the media side. So I could see Michigan definitely playing in. However, sources have told me Javian really likes Miami. During the interview that I had with him, Javian was raving about his time at Miami. All good things. If you want to read up on basically the whole interview, peep the New Era Prep or Bleacher Brothers websites. Full interviews are posted to both in article transcription form. But the last game day visit I want to talk about is one that I think could really make some shockwaves in the college football recruiting scene, and that's three-star wide receiver Jamar Browder, who is an NC State commit. Everybody knows and loves Jamar. Jamar's a great guy. 6'5", three-star receiver from Santa Lucia's, committed to NC State, took a game day visit to the University of Kentucky, supposedly loved it. He was very happy with his time in Lexington. Jamar said, "It was electric all game. It was an atmosphere I could easily see myself playing in. I noticed they love to throw the ball, which gives their receivers a chance to go and make a play." Like I said, Jamar is 6'5", guys. He's going to make a play. And he's not just a jump ball specialist. I really like actually how Jamar runs his routes. So I definitely think that getting him in an offense like Kentucky that likes to throw the ball would be huge for him, being able to go and make a play. I really like NC State for Jamar as well. Obviously, Grayson McCall recently announced his retirement. Cedric Bailey has the keys to the Lambeau. He is the face of this team for the next remainder of the season and at least 2 more years, possibly with Jamar. 6'6" quarterback to a 6'5" receiver. That doesn't seem fair. Like, the high point on that ball is going to be beautiful. Jamar Browder is like a 47-inch vertical or something like that. Like, absolute massive dude. So I think that either of those programs would be huge for Jamar. I think right now NC State's definitely a program that is trending in a higher direction than Kentucky, but that's also because NC State plays a lot less of competition. I don't know. I think that could be something that would definitely be worth exploring in the next couple of weeks. Something worth noting in my aspect is pretty much right after he got off his official visit to NC State, Jamar committed. So I've got eyes all over Jamar Browder for the next couple days to see if he's going to pull the trigger on Kentucky, if he's going to stay committed to NC State, or what he's going to do. Jamar is another guy. He's taken a couple visits around the town. Took a game day visit to Michigan not too long ago, basically right after dropping O from the Wolverines. So right now, I think he's just trying to solidify his recruitment process. All in all, I think whoever gets Jamar Browder is getting a stud. So I'm really excited to see what's going to happen with him. We're going to take a quick break here on the Bleacher Brothers Sports Network. When we come back, we are going to be joined with the one and only Mr. Joe Sykes, linebacker from Palm Beach Gardens High School, where we're going to talk all things ball. We're going to talk about high school to college recruiting and everything in between. So stay tuned for more. We will be right back. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the New Era Prep Show. I'm your host, Christian Proscia. We're live from the Bleacher Brothers Sports Network. A little bit longer of a commercial break. Joe is dealing with some technical difficulties. Um, Joe is actually joining in right now. But before we bring him on, breaking news out of Plantation, Florida. Malachi Tony, four-star wide receiver from Heritage Plantation, has recommitted to the University of Miami following an impressive, dominant performance from Miami against Florida State. Mally is back. Mally reclassed from the class of 26 back to the class of 25 senior class and has intentions to enroll early. Mally decommitted from Miami a couple weeks ago. So basically, he was exploring all other options. Got to see the absolutely amazing masterclass ass beating against Florida State and decided, you know what, I'm closing my recruitment again. I'm back to being a Miami Hurricane. But one second while I'm filling these boxes right now. We are bringing Joe on right now. Joe, how's it going, my friend?
What's
Can you see?
going on, Christian? How you doing?
I'm doing good. Hang on, let me add you to the scene really quick. There we go. We're gonna reset. There we go. That was a little delayed. All right, boxes are even enough. We're good. Joe, how you doing today, buddy?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for hopping on the show. Really wanted to get you on for a couple weeks now. Me and your dad have been talking about it a while. I'm happy that we were finally able to get some
Yeah,
time, dude. You've been absolutely killing it this year.
appreciate that.
91 tackles already throughout what, 8 games?
Nah, 8, 9, something like that.
Okay. So basically 10 tackles a game alongside 26 of those being TFLs, 4 pass breakups. Can we talk about how this season has gone for you so far?
So it's honestly gone. I didn't think I'd be in this position. I thought it would be a lot harder, but on it this year has been it's been going really good. It's been going really good for me this year. So I'm happy. I'm blessed.
And you're very humble too.
Yeah.
You're the big dog on campus right now. This dude's averaging 10 tackles a game, dropping Division 1 offers, like the usual for the boy. But let's get this interview cracking. Last week dropped O for the first time, earning, and I'm just gonna keep saying earning because we're gonna talk
Yeah.
about why it is earned. Earning your first Division 1 FBS offer from the University of Memphis, being able to
Yeah.
drop O for your first D1 offer. What was that feeling like? What does this mean to you?
Honestly, I was in so much shock. I was freaking out. Called my coach immediately, let him know. Texted my dad. I was just in so much shock. I didn't believe it. So like it was a very fulfilling moment.
What were you doing when the Memphis staff called
I
you,
was
or
I
was it
was
a text?
walking to class. I was walking the first period, and I just looked at my phone. I'm like, dude.
And,
I was
and
walking
what?
actually walking up the stairs.
And Memphis was calling,
They texted me actually. They texted me said they offered me. So I was like, dude, it's crazy.
dude. That's awesome. And I know you were jumping up and down like middle of High School
Yeah.
Musical BS. um, but
Yeah.
being able to celebrate that with your family and with your coaches, what was that like to you?
Honestly, it was it was just it was more of like, oh, I've seen this coming. It wasn't like a big celebration. It was just more of like, okay, congratulations, cool, on to the next, you know. So it
Now,
was like got a little praise here and there, but yeah. So
I was about to
yeah.
say, how long in the first period did it take you to go in on Google, find the right picture of a Memphis player you want to use for the
It
Instagram?
took like 15 minutes. I was like, is this picture gonna look good? And I'm like, why not, bro? It would look good. So I was like, post it.
You're out here like, all right, which uniform set photographed the best?
Yeah, it was the logo. It was a good. I was trying to find a good logo. That was the hardest one.
Nah, I feel that Memphis has great logos. They
Yeah,
got everything looks really good. They're I don't know if you know they're in FAU's conference, so we see a
yeah.
lot.
AAC.
Yes, sir. Memphis
Mhm.
fans were very happy when I got talking to them about you. So I do definitely just want to shout out all the guys in the Memphis community,
Mhm.
Big Bum, Dilbert. Shout out to all of them for flooding your comments and just showing them what or showing you where home is possibly. But being one of the top linebackers in our area, obviously 91 tackles is pretty damn impressive.
Mhm.
That requires you to be flying around the field, always getting in the action. Let's talk about your play style a little.
Um, so like who I take out, like who I look up to, as in like a NFL player, college player, or like a former teammate.
Yeah, yeah, just like in general, like if you could embody your game after somebody, who would it be? What's like your mindset pre-snap stuff like that?
Oh, so really, it's reading my keys, and every week we have a game plan. So I'll usually break down their run formations, pass formations, when they like to run screens on what downs, um, tendency on the guard's hand, the way they're set. But like a game plan, like someone who I take after. Say my IQ is on like a Luke Kuechly type of IQ, like where I break that stuff down. Brian Cushioning for a mentality. He's a dog. I love watching him. So I try and take after those guys mainly. Ray Lewis and like the hitting aspects, but you can only do so much. So
I was about to say, please do not headbutt me like Brian Cushing did that one time. That would probably
yeah,
hurt.
it was crazy.
After breaking down your film, you show a lot of diversity at the linebacker position, being able to play as a Mike, being able to play as a Will. What feels the most natural to you? Do you like being a Mike? Do you like being a Will? And then how have you seen that versatility just in the own position play into your game and grow your game?
So I'm more natural at a Mike linebacker because I like being able to control things. I like being able to call things out, having people line up. I just like being in control of a like a front or like a coverage. I like being able to call it out because when I identify things, I just call it out. And what was the other question?
Um, just how have you seen the versatility really grow your game?
It's you you know your teammates' job. So if they have a question, you can be that leader towards them. You know what they have, you know what you have. So it's just fair game. Like you have to know every position on the field, and when you know your will linebacker position and your Mike position, it helps you and your teammates out a lot. So
I want to take a trip down memory lane, some memories you may not be the fondest of. During your freshman year, you didn't see a lot of varsity action, being primarily a special teams guy on a very senior led garden
yeah.
squad. This year, like I said, 91, 26 TFLs, 4 PBUs. What was that jump? What sparked that jump from the end of your guys' season against Santa in the playoffs last year to where we are today? What happened during spring ball? What happened during summer ball to get you to where we are today?
It was a I just wanted to prove a lot of people wrong, so I used it as motivation, and I hate leaving doubt on a field. So of course, like when there's doubt left, like you know that you have to improve somewhere. So I really just took that, ran with it, and just worked my way to where I'm at now.
One of the ways that you have worked your way to it, I love saying I think I've told this story 3 times, 3 4 times on the show.
Yeah.
Um, You love to do those early morning workouts, 4 a.m., getting in the gym by 4:30, you and your dad working out. I don't know if you remember the one 7-on-7 tournament when we were in Orlando, and
Wow, with Ned, I remember that with Nedrick.
we were staying in, we were all in the hotel together, and you were like, Christian, come work out with me, and then you called me at 4:45 in the morning, and I think I told you a couple of expletives, and then
Yeah,
rolled back over and went to sleep.
yeah,
But
I remember that. That was fun.
yeah, I'm sorry for slacking. But 4:30, you're already in the lab with your dad.
Yeah,
How have those mornings shaped you into who you are today? Because the lights are brightest when nobody's watching.
exactly. Just discipline. Like it doesn't take it takes a lot for you to wake up, especially that early in the morning, knowing you have school and you're going to work out and you're already tired. So like it just builds a lot of discipline, and it's like I don't know, it just builds a lot of discipline, and a discipline goes a long way. So that's really what I have to say about how that shaped me and who I am now.
What are some of your like fondest memories or like workouts that you enjoy doing? Is it in the weight room? Is it doing those beach workouts with Coach Mudd? Like, what's your favorite stuff that you enjoy doing?
I love both. So I mean, honestly, I love both. I see a lot of progression in both. In the gym, I see my like body like shaping, and on the field or on the beach, I see like I'm getting faster in a certain area, or like my hips are moving smooth. I'm catching the ball well. So I like both. I don't have a favorite. I love both of them.
So obviously, being up at 4:40, or excuse me, being up at 4 in the morning, get ready to get in the gym by 4:30. It takes a lot of motivation and drive to get you out of bed, as previously stated by me rolling over and going back to sleep. So discipline versus retired athlete. I don't live that life
Yeah,
no more.
yeah.
But what is the motivation that gets you out of bed every one of those mornings?
So it's it's like I know that no one else is doing it, so like I'm one step ahead, and I just want it for myself. So if I want it for myself, I'm gonna do it, and I know that it's gonna better me, and then have a brighter future for my family, and like yeah, and like of course you have like your people that you do it for. So yeah,
Being a member of, like I said earlier, a very young Gardens core. Last year, very senior heavy group. All of them are now doing bigger and better things with their lives, going on to the next stage of their lives. But the young guys have already stepped up. How have you seen yourself, Nomo Davis, Jordan Johnson, like all of you guys just grow as leaders, mature, and be the new faces of Palm Beach Gardens football?
I've definitely seen a big step because as young guys, you gotta step in those shoes that were once held by a D2 D1 guy. So definitely seen a lot of maturity, a lot of improvement from those guys, and I'm really proud of them.
Outside of football related activity, obviously being an elite football player, I know your life consists of everything football, whether it's in practice, film study, uh, just resting and rehab, all the fun things. But outside of that, say you finally get a day off. What are
Yeah.
some things that you enjoy doing in your free time? Do
I
not
love
say
the
going to the gym.
I love fishing. Fishing is amazing. I love going fishing with two of my friends on the weekends. Honestly, just being with them, just hanging out with my friends, going fishing, stuff like that.
What type of fishing do you like to do? Freshwater, saltwater? What do you like to catch?
Freshwater. Can't do saltwater. Saltwater's too hard. Freshwater.
For a guy that's as talented as you, I don't think that the saltwater fishing is going to be as hard as you may think. But what's biggest fish you ever caught? Go.
That I've landed would probably be a tarpon or a snook, one of the two. And it's
I
not
don't
that
think
big. It's like 20 and 25, 26 inches.
must be nice. I definitely I do not fish. I don't have the patience for that. So I was just picking your brain about that. I do want to give a special shout out to your dad because he's definitely one of the biggest motivating factors in your life. I do
Yeah.
want to talk about your guys' relationship. How has he really guided you into like this stage of your life?
He's given me he's he's corrected my mistakes, and he's warned me about things that I shouldn't do. He's always looking out for me in the right way. He's always guiding me down the right path. He always tells me right from wrong. Always using his mistakes to prevent me from making those same mistakes. And I'm really blessed to have him in my life. He's amazing. He's the man. He's amazing.
Papa Sykes is the man.
Yeah.
But Joe, I do want to thank you so much for your time. Thank you for taking some
Of course.
time on this lovely Monday night, middle of October, right
Of course.
before Halloween. You got any Halloween plans?
I got a game Halloween. We have a game. So
All right, no Halloween weekend for you, my boy. No
no
Halloween weekend.
Halloween weekend. No.
Listen, I'll be at a game too, so no college hollow weekend for me. More
No.
unfortunate than you. Uh, but I do want to thank you again so much for your time. Thanks for hopping on the show. I'm gonna
Yeah,
let you
thank
go.
you for having me.
Of course, buddy.
All right,
Congratulations on the
thank you.
offer. I'll catch you, dude.
Appreciate it.
Have a good
All
one.
right, catch you. You too.
There we go. That was 2027 sophomore linebacker, Mr. Joe Sykes. Tuning into the New Era Prep Show here on the Bleacher Brothers Sports Network. Just the epitome of just discipline, unlike Lonnie, who's just laying here lifeless, enjoying her rest and relaxation. Do want to give a special shout out to Joe once again. Thanks for coming on, dude. Love having you. Love talking to you. Great kid, man. I'm assuming that y'all picked it up by now. Joe Sykes is a great kid. He's going to do very well over the next couple of years. We've got a couple other people that have been doing well over the past couple weeks, and those are our South Florida alumni that are now in college. So I do want to give a couple shout outs to guys that have made their way to the excuse me, there we go. Have made their way to the collegiate scene and are already balling out. We're going to start with Miami. I'm a little bit of a homer. We've got a lot of Miami guys, so I'm going to keep it to just a couple. Xavier Restrepo, wide receiver, is now top 3 in career yards and catches at the University of Miami. He's sitting in elite company. I think we've brought this up numerous times. We have a little bit of an X countdown clock for when he becomes the best of the best among the best. On Saturday, 4 catches, 24 yards for X. Josiah Trader, freshman wide receiver from Chaminade Madonna, now at University of Miami. Played multiple snaps during the Florida State game, had 1 catch for 11 yards. Does very well in run blocking. Jojo does very well in run blocking. Mark Fletcher, running back out of Miami, 71 rushing yards and 1 touchdown on the day for Marky Fletcher. Ruben Bain has been one of the highest graded pass rushers in college football since coming back over the past couple weeks. Really dominated the Louisville game with 10 QB pressures, which was leading college football last week. Taking things over to Florida State, Amari Williams, Benjamin High alumni, provided a catch and 27 yards for the Seminoles. Real big catch. It was in garbage time, but that then set up the inevitable Florida State score, which covered the spread. So shout out Amari. The spread couldn't have been covered outside of you. Good teams win games. Great teams cover the spread. Never forget it, ladies and gentlemen. Another big standout, LaWayne McCoy. Most of y'all know him as Wheezy. 3 catches, 13 yards, caught a couple punts. For Wake Forest, Mr. Micah Mays. I love talking about this dude from Benjamin High. 3 catches, 48 yards, and his first career touchdown against Stanford. Congratulations. Micah, big performance. Nothing new for Micah. We know how he rocks. Taking things out to Cal, Fernando Mendoza, Miami Columbus alumni, 364 yards and 2 touchdowns en route to a Cal win. They were on a bye this week. Do want to talk about him a little. Cedric Bailey from Chaminade Madonna, 1,300 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 4 picks over the past couple games. Has been absolutely stepping up as a true freshman, like I said, with the unfortunate injury that led to a medical retirement by Grayson McCall. NC State is CJ Bailey's team now. Keep doing great things, CJ. Finally, I don't know if y'all know that, or actually, I'm gonna save this one. Isaac Brown from Homestead, 102 yards and 2 touchdowns on the ground against Boston College for Louisville. Got rated as the best Rookie of the Week, ACC Rookie of the Week. That's the title I'm looking for. 102 yards, 2 touchdowns for the Homestead Cardinal. Finally, last guy I want to talk about. I don't think he needs any introduction. I don't know if you guys know this, but Jeremiah Smith is good at football. Really hot take here. Um, 3 catches, 70 yards, and a touchdown for JJ during last week's win. Big performance from him, taking his season total to 35 catches, 623 yards, and 8 touchdowns on the year. I said it on Twitter before the season. Can't wait to circle back. But Jeremiah Smith is going to be a 1,000-yard receiver as a true freshman. Like I said, kid's good at football. Don't know if anybody noticed that. But yeah, Jeremiah Smith, honestly, in my opinion, should be the 4th Heisman finalist. I don't care what anybody says. I would tally it as Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, not Damian Martinez, Ashton Genty, Jeremiah Smith. That is my top 4 Heisman finalists for this year if the season ended tomorrow. Travis Hunter is another guy. He is from Palm Beach County, for everybody that doesn't know that. Travis Hunter became the first player in college football history, but definitely in Big 12 history to be named as offensive and defensive player of the week. Versus Cincinnati, Travis Hunter had 9 catches, 153 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 4 PBUs, alongside 2 tackles. I don't even know why Travis Hunter has 4 PBUs. You have to be a very dumb quarterback to throw on that guy. I don't know what Cincinnati was thinking by throwing on Travis Hunter. Once again, I think it's pretty safe to say that the kid's good at football. Those were a lot of the South Florida alumni I do want to shout out. Guess what? Travis Hunter is a South Florida native. He's getting the shout out too. But don't know if anybody was tuned in when this broke. I'm going to restate it again. Malachi Toney has recommitted to the University of Miami. Just broke on Twitter about 30 minutes ago, really right before the show started. I'm a little behind. Got to write a recap article. Stay tuned for that in the next 2 hours. Big commitment for Miami. Being able to get him back is huge for this 25 class. Very interested to see where the composite has Miami ranked now in the 25 class. But as Florida State and Florida are losing recruits left and right, Miami's class is only getting stronger. Bringing in Mally is huge, obviously. Really excited to see what's going to happen with this Miami class when it's all said and done. Could we possibly be flipping Vernell Brown? That would be huge for the Canes. Just pairing Mally Toney, Joshua Moore, Vernell Brown would be a starting wide receiver core right then and there. Obviously, Zay Horton's coming back next year. Sam Brown's coming back next year. Jacoby George should be going draft, and Xavier Restrepo should definitely be going draft. So could very easily see a revamped receiver core. Added JoJo Trader in there too. Can't believe I just forgot about the guy I shouted out. Sorry JoJo. Love you, bud. But big pickup for Miami. Obviously being able to get him back. But that's everything I got for you guys today. We talked about a lot today, whether it was high school sports recap in our area. Great interview with the one and only Mr. Joe Sykes. Make sure if you haven't, or if you didn't tune in for that, or you tuned in late, circle back and rewatch it. It's going to be on YouTube. Make sure you watch it because Joe's a great kid. Deserves every ounce of what he's earning. Then we talked about all things recruiting updates. We had a bunch of recruits that we talked about. Great, could be some very interesting moves. And then finally, obviously, Malachi Toney committing to Miami. Really happy it happened when it did, as we're on the air, as opposed to in the next 5 minutes. And then, yeah, that was it. Shouting out the South Florida alumni. That's everything. But Thank you, folks, for tuning in to tonight's episode of the New Era Prep Show here on the Bleacher Brothers Sports Network. As always, if you're not following New Era Prep, not following Bleacher Brothers, what in the heck are you doing? At Bleacher Brother on Twitter, at Bleacher Brothers on Instagram, at Era Prep on Twitter, at New Era Prep on Instagram. And then if you're feeling frisky, you want to follow me on Twitter too. If your thumbs haven't gotten carpal tunnel from following a bunch of accounts, or if your social medias haven't locked you out for following too many suspicious people over a 5-minute span, at Christian Brosher Photography on Instagram, CP underscore photo 2004 on Twitter. Appreciate everybody for tuning into tonight's episode. As always, tune in tomorrow to the Hurricane Watch, same time. Be there, be square. We're going to have a banger. I'm going to be joined with the one and only Mr. Isaac Bourne from Mid Major Madness. We're getting him out of the mid-major scene. We're going to talk about some Canes hoops. We're going to talk about versus Florida State, versus Duke, and then I'm sure we're going to have a couple more recruiting things to talk about. So stay tuned for all of that. We will not be having a New Era Prep Nightly show or New Era Prep show on Wednesday night because there is a game conflict. Once again, another game being rescheduled due to the effects of the hurricane have just absolutely thrown off our show schedule. But we'll be live from Santa Lucia's versus John I. Leonard. Got to make sure that we get some coverage of that game. It's going to be a great game. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to tonight's episode. I hope everybody has a great rest of your night. I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a great night.